What's up, YouTubers? This is Urban Acolyte TV, and my name is Prince. All of Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels, we've been leading up to this season finale where we see the Rebel Jedi, Kanan, Ahsoka, and Ezra, all heading to Malachor based on a conversation that Ezra has with Master Yoda in a Force vision. This season, we've been looking at the cell of rebels from Lothal joining Phoenix Squadron, and the beginnings of what will eventually become the Rebel Alliance. Unfortunately, the presence of the Jedi put the mission objectives at risk because the Inquisitors and Darth Vader are hunting for them. Kanan is told in his vision that if they attempt to take on Vader and the Inquisitors, he will die, the rebellion will be crushed in its infancy stages, and Ezra will be turned to the dark side. We have to remember that this isn't just about the Jedi. It's not just about Ahsoka, Kanan, and Ezra beating Vader and the Inquisitors. They're just a small part of a bigger battle. The real battle is for liberation. It's for defeating the Empire. Now, if you want to have a fighting chance of winning the war, you're going to need resources. You need ships, manpower, resources, money. You need an army to take on an army. A ragtag bunch of rebel cells operating independently doesn't have a fighting chance of beating the Imperial machine. So Master Yoda sends the Jedi to Malachor because Ezra asks, well, why can I not fight to protect my friends? And this is what this episode really is about. Why can the Jedi not fight? Why can a person not fight to protect what is most valuable to them? Now, before I engage that question, I'd like to mention something Pablo Hidalgo tweeted last week. Now, a fan asked Pablo, who was the most powerful Jedi? Now, you know how some of you guys like to do these things where you rank people, the top 10 lightsaber combatants, the top 5 most powerful Force users? Well, anyway, Pablo's response was that the most powerful Jedi is the one who knew when to put down their lightsaber. I really feel like that is why Yoda sends Ezra to Malachor. Now think about it. We're seeing Maul attempting to lead Ezra into doing his bidding. There's this new Inquisitor who looks to be even more powerful than the 5th brother and the 7th sister. Overall, it looks like a lot of really bad stuff is coming when the Jedi arrive on Malachor. So I have to ask the question, why is Yoda walking them into a trap on Malachor? What is the lesson they're really supposed to get out of this ordeal? So let's return to Ezra's question. Why can I not fight to protect my friends? How are we supposed to win the war if we don't fight? Recall Yoda's answer. It's how the Jedi choose to win is what really matters. So we've been talking about this event, the Scourge of Malachor. What do we know about it? Well, it looks like there was this battle between the Jedi and the Sith thousands of years ago. This could have happened when there was a Sith Empire, when there were thousands of Jedi and Sith in the galaxy. And from the ruins and remains, it looks like there was a huge battle here. It appears that the Scourge of Malachor was actually some kind of massacre. If you look at the top of the pyramid structure that's in the shape of a Sith holocron, you see a hole at the tip. You see what appears to be people who have been turned into ash. They're like living statues. Well, I guess dead statues. So whatever this super weapon and whatever hidden knowledge might be on Malachor was so dangerous that precautions were put into place to make sure a Sith couldn't access it ever again. So I'm under the impression that in order to activate the holocron that controls this weapon, if it's actually a Sith temple, someone has to know the light side of the Force to use it. Or someone has to be truly balanced with the light side and the dark. I'm also inclined to believe that whatever caused the Scourge of Malachor was due to the Jedi being on the offensive. And what I mean is that these ancient Jedi were out to defeat the Sith, no matter the cost. If you tie this into the legend story of Revan using the mass shadow generator on Malachor 5, we have a case of Revan and the Jedi he's leading into battle, and they're fighting against the wishes of the Jedi Order. They create a super weapon and it destroys life. So yes, Revan and his army defeated the Mandalorians. They've won the war, but what did they do? What was the cost? They created wounds in the Force because they've destroyed life, and life is the Force. They created literal wounds in the Force in Darth Nihilus and in Mitra Surik. It also turned out that Revan fulfilled the wishes of Emperor Vitiate and the true Sith to eventually conquer the galaxy by weakening the Republic. Now, we don't know if Revan, Vitiate, or the Sith Empire are canon at this point. The point is that whatever the repercussions of the Scourge of Malachor were, they were really bad. I'm sure that they were something that the Jedi couldn't foresee. This is the real lesson that Yoda wants Ezra to learn. It's not that the Jedi can't fight. The Jedi can fight to protect the weak. The problem is fear. When fear drives your actions, you begin the path towards the dark side. What happened when Revan used the mass shadow generator? He was a Jedi when he won the war, but after that he found the Starforge maps and he began his journey into the darkness. He became Darth Revan and nearly toppled the Republic, which was still attempting to recover from the Mandalorian Wars. So we're seeing Ezra, and Ezra's being tempted, lured, and manipulated. We don't know what the Inquisitor's intentions are, but we do know about Project Harvest. We know that they want Ezra to become an Inquisitor, and in order to do so, the Inquisitors have to destroy any chance of Ezra becoming a Jedi. And we don't know what Maul's intentions are. Perhaps Maul just wants to use Ezra to open the holocron and activate the weapon. Maybe Maul is attempting to lure the Inquisitors, Vader, and even Darth Sidious to Malachor so that he can finally eliminate his enemies. And if he happens to take out a few Jedi in the process, well, even better, it's icing on the cake. So why are we going to Malachor? What is the lesson Yoda wants Ezra to learn? The lesson is that when Jedi go on the offensive, when Jedi fight from a fear-based mindset, bad things happen. The Jedi provide hope to the galaxy. And if you are a symbol of hope, you cannot let fear drive your actions. So these are my thoughts as we head into the Rebel Season 2 finale. This is just my reflection of the season heading into tonight's finale, and that's it. So with all that being said, I would like to hear from all of you. What are your thoughts on Malachor and why Yoda sends Ezra to Malachor? Make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you've already seen the episode, please be kind to those who have to wait to see the episode later. Try not to spoil it for them in the comment section. I'll actually be away from home all day on Wednesday, so I won't actually see the episode until Thursday morning. If this is your first time seeing Urban Acolyte TV, go ahead and click on subscribe. I'm covering Star Wars Rebels, Rogue One, and Episode 8, and reflecting on Episode 7. So the best way to stay up to date on the latest news, fan speculations, and my thoughts on the Force is to subscribe so that you stay notified when I posted something new. I'm planning to post a recap after I finally see the season finale, and that'll probably be posted on Thursday afternoon. It won't be a top 10 moments video because I'll do a more thorough review when I get to that episode in my Rebels Rundown series. So if you've not seen it already, check out this video I posted last night on the 4th Inquisitor. You can also check out my video from a few days ago about Darth Maul being in the season finale. Well, that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the Force be with you. Bye.